Good one. Yep. There we go. Nice chunk. The Cage Feider. Up and over the cable. Look good. He's a chunky fish. Let him go right 3 pounder or so. What's up, guys? I'm going to show you the brand new Cage Feider jig from Outcast Tackle. It's real similar to the Stealth Feider, just a few key differences in them. This is the original Stealth Feider. It had a vertical line tie and a fairly soft weed guard. This was originally designed to fish milfoil and you know, some lighter boat docks, ones, you know, regular boat docks that just got poles on them and stuff like that, nothing crazy. But they feature the same hook, they're both tungsten, same awesome keeper that holds your trailers on there really well. And the difference with the Cage Feider is we got a horizontal line tie and a lot stiffer weed guard. What that does for you, this makes this jig a lot better in the wood, the reeds, pads, any of your really heavier, harder cover. And then also boat docks, if they got a bunch of chains or cables or stuff underneath them, that horizontal line tie allows that to come through there better without rolling over and sticking into them. Both made out of tungsten, both come in the same colors with our micro cut skirt, same hook. The main two differences are the horizontal line tie and the heavier weed guard. They definitely have a different place, and you know, they're different tools. And another cool thing on the Cage Feiders now, I don't know if you can see that, but we're stamping the weight right on the side of them, which is nice because especially with the tungsten, a 1/2 ounce and a 5/8 really don't look that different, you know, once you get them out of the pack and throw them in your box. So now you can just look on there, tell the exact size you got, and you know, kind of keeps it from having to guess which size you're throwing, keeps you a little more organized. So just an awesome little tungsten jig that you get a ton of bites on, but still's got a nice beefy hook that you can fish on braid or fluoro, whatever you're into. That's the main difference between them. Now we're gonna take them out and throw them in some heavy stuff, see if we can catch a few fish on them, and show you how I fish them. Oh, it. No, nice one. Get up here. Yeah. See, that one came off a tree. It pays to be versatile when you're fishing down these banks. I mean, even if you're on a good pattern, like catching them off boat docks and stuff like that, it's nice to have a jig that can kind of do it all. You know, I'm just kind of in between boat docks, skipped underneath that overhanging willow tree, and got a nice one on the Cage Feider. Dirt shallow. It's a great little dock jig. A lot of the docks like this you can fish well with the original Stealth Feider, but still on there. There you go. Just a little guy, but you see that one? He was back underneath a lift. Oop. Not a giant fish, but you know, a lot of these docks, kind of hard to see, but they got those chains that go underneath them, boat lifts and stuff like that. A lot of the real snaggy stuff. This Cage Feider is kind of a better dock jig when you got those, you know, a lot snaggier stuff underneath there. If there's brush piles under the boat docks or, you know, cross beams, cables, chains, stuff like that, you got to go over that cage jig with that little bit stiffer weed guard. Really fishes through there a lot better than the original Stealth Feider. Even though this has a big stiff weed guard, you don't have to hit these fish that hard with it. It's got just a perfect little short shank 4/0 heavy duty VMC hook. I fish mine on braid to a leader, but if you're in the pads or reeds or whatever and you want to fish straight braid, you can do that. But you know, it's also you know, sharp enough and small enough you can fish it on straight fluoro too. So it's kind of the best of both worlds for me when I was picking out a hook. But it's the same one that's in the Stealth Feider, so if you've used that before, it's absolutely no different. Just got a, you know, a lot heavier duty weed guard, so I can pull this jig up and over the lifts and chains and stuff, and not worry about getting my jig hung up as much, especially in like the pads and reeds. I know even though they are grass, they kind of fish a lot more like brush does with those big heavy roots and stuff like that. So it's nice having a, you know, a jig with a little bit stiffer weed guard so you can fish through that cover without getting hung up all the time. bacon. God, he ate it as soon as it hit the water too. Yeah. Oh, a nice one. Oh. A nice chunk. Right in the middle of that tree. I skipped it in there, like didn't even hardly hit the water. Up over a couple branches. It's just nice to have a real weedless jig. I just got a ton of confidence I can put it kind of wherever I want. A lot of jigs you get kind of scared of throwing them where you really need to, but that was a pretty prime example. They just skipped in the middle of that tree and he was on it as soon as it hit the water.